Hello everyone and welcome to my new video. And in this video we'll talk about FSV. It's a tier 7 medium tank, British one, and this tank features a small PP gun, as a fellow streamer would say. So it has 150 alpha damage with 185 pen, and gold pen is 220 with decent shell velocity, although the standard shell velocity feels a bit slow, so sniping with this AP shells with these AP shells can be a bit hard. As for the high explosives, they're pretty much useless. I would say I have two of them just in case, but usually they are just useless. I would say I never use them really, rarely ever. So as you can see, I'm running ventilation, rammer, and optics. Why so? Well, this kind of worked out the best for me because gun handling is good enough. Gun handling is fine, and on top of it, you want to boost your view range as much as you can so that you can spot and have some assistance. As you can see here, I spotted Liz and I was able to get 150 spotting, which is, better than zero. So in this situation, we are in tier 8 matchmaking, not ideal. I'm playing with my friend here, and we are trying to see who will come this on this flank from the enemy team, so that we can know if we can push up or not. As we can see, currently heavies went to the other side as they usually do, and we noticed that most of the enemy team is spotted. Although my friend, although not my friend, but Obsidian decided to, well, push, I decided not to, and here I was able to shoot this guy while being unspotted because he was always behind the trees, or his viewport was behind the trees. Here I'm trying to reverse, but I'm stuck on this rock. I absolutely hate these soap rocks in this game, but hey. Here I'm trying to hit this guy, and I'm struggling to find gun depression, although he appears to be stuck as well. So me and my friend are shooting him down, and we managed to kill him. So in this scenario, we have killed their tier 8, and here I managed to get a shot on T-71, which is amazing. And also we managed to kill their Obsidian and T-43, which allowed us to pretty much win this side. As we can see, IKEA and T-71 are running away, which means they don't have anyone else sitting here. Here I'm trying to see if I can get some shots while they're running away, but I will soon figure out that I can, so I'll try to go around. So what I can say about this thing, I actually like this thing. I don't think it's bad. Um, Honestly, this thing feels good. Gun feels nice. Alpha damage is kind of low, but when you compare this thing to Comet, you have higher pen, which is nice because you most of the time you just end up being a bottom tier, which sucks obviously, and you want to be able to pen your shots, especially when you're doing only 150 damage per shot. But what is the issue with this thing? When I compare it to Comet, with Comet I would feel much safer to go more aggressively and to try and take some risks, whereas with this thing I don't feel it. Why so? Because this thing never bounces. Like, I played with Stackhound, I played with this FSV, and now I just grinded out Saladin, and now I have to grind some credits to buy G-Sword Tier 9. And what I can tell you is that I never bounced a shot with these things. Okay, once, yeah, I bounced one shot, and not actually bounced, but my like wheel ate it while I was playing with Saladin. But yeah, don't rely on this. What's it called? Don't rely on your armor whatsoever, because this thing has absolutely zero armor. Here I'm just going in. Luckily this guy missed me, but he has a smaller gun, so he could get in one more shot in me, but I managed to kill him for it. Now I notice BZ going in with rockets on me, and I'm like, oh hell, I'm trying to escape so I don't get shot by him. Luckily my Judas was behind me, so yeah, well, he got effed. And here I'm reversing back so I can shoot this projectile and try to run away so that I am able to run away quicker. That's why I'm reversing into him. Um, here I noticed that we are in a very bad position, especially when Judas died. So I'm saying to myself like I must escape. I'm waiting here until I get unspotted so I can safely run away. A bit drunk driving by me, but okay. And here I'm trying to escape. Meanwhile, my T-32 and LTG are reconsidering their options, and LTG is actually starting to cap, which is not a bad idea since they have three pretty powerful TRA tanks still alive. Here I'm trying to escape. Luckily, BZ didn't try to shoot me. And here, what I was trying to do is stall them, just to see if I could draw the attention or their attention to me, so that they don't go for the cap, because it's pretty hard to win, even though they're not that high on HP, but they just have a lot of firepower. So in this case, in the scenario, I'm trying to like put some shots into them, try to draw their attention to me so that LTG can potentially cap it out. Luckily, T-32 is also putting some damage into them. PZ is not stupid. He's looking at me because he knows that I'm the issue. Their projector, however, didn't try to go and defend his base. He went for the artillery, which was not a bad decision, I would even say. And here I'm just farming BZ so that I can maybe lower him low enough so that my T-32 can like one-shot him. I know that object is coming, but I must do as much as I can. Luckily, this case, he's a one-shot, and now I notice this guy come in, and I'm trying to kill him, but I can't. I bounce him because he has idiotic armor, and now he's like, I was sure that I was gonna die here, and I bounce him even, and now I don't know how, but I survived this. This was extremely lucky. I also noticed that Projecta killed Artis, and he probably has vision on me, and luckily I survived here. This was extremely lucky. Even, yeah, also one thing, snapping with this tank is not ideal. It can work, but usually you don't hit with British medium tanks. That's what I've noticed. I don't usually like hit any snapshots with these things, but when I fully aim, I tend to hit my shots where I'm aiming. So that's, I don't know, one thing to consider when playing with these things. Now what I'm thinking is that I'm going in to cap, but then I also think to myself that this projector will probably be able to get close enough so that he can potentially decap. So what I'm thinking is that I'm gonna be a bit cheeky and I will try to get a bit more damage and try to kill him, because he isn't that high on HP. He's like 69 HP, so he's a one shot. And now what I'm trying to do is I'm gonna get into this bush, and I kind of said to myself that I'm gonna predict him going here, and it's exactly what happened. An easy shot into his side, and he's dead, and this was it. So amazing game, 6 kills as we can see. And so yeah, now all that's left is to go into the post-game stats and see what we did in this game. So in this game we did 2.7 thousand damage, 800 assistant damage, and we got 6 kills. We got Ace Tanker, we got Oskin's Medal, and we got Top Gun. So this was a really good game, I would say. We are top by the damage, top by experience. Their defender had an amazing game. Honestly, BZ not so much, even though this is a lot of damage for tier, I think. We need to take into the consideration that BZ is broken and it has 800 alpha, so yeah, that's a thing to consider. We lost some credits. We needed to shoot quite a bit of gold, and we actually hit most of our shots, so like gun worked as it should. So yeah, all in all, nice game. So let's go to the next one. And here we are in the second game. In this game we are actually top tier. We're playing in tier 6 matchmaking, which is amazing for us. And in this game we will also try to dominate, especially since we're top tiers. As we can see here, we have this Stag Hound, which is tier 6, the predecessor of FSV. Here, yeah, I don't want to talk about this. Yeah, this happened to me, and I'm not proud of this, but I really should reconsider my driving skills. So yeah, anyways, what I wanted to say about Stackhound actually is I actually never clicked with that thing. I actually hated the thing. I don't know if I've gotten used to the like handling of these things or what, but I know I never had a great time with Stackhound. I just didn't. I don't know. That thing was just so garbage to me. I don't know. So I don't know. And with this tank and Saladin, I'm just feeling good while playing them. I mean, Saladin is amazing. Like for me, like not amazing, but pretty good. I actually can say that I enjoy playing with it. But Stackhound, no. But still, I need to like play a bit more with it. And yeah, now you can see like how difficult it is to like pre-aim with this slow shell velocity. As you can see, I was like going mad here. Like, how the hell can I not hit him? But yeah. Anyways, um, also as you can see, a gun can miss a bit. But yeah, anyways, handling of these things, like driving around, is so damn hard because maximum wheel turning angle is 4 degrees with Stackhound, FSV, and Saladin, which sucks because you are just feeling like a truck, you know, while turning, and obviously that sucks. You can't really maneuver with them. You're basically going, you know, forward and backward. And I also checked the tier 9 has 5 degrees of wheel turning, maximum wheel turning angle, and concept 5 has 6 degrees. And then I checked EBR 105, so tier 10 EBR, and EBR has 33 degrees of maximum wheel turning angle, which is insane. But yeah, in my opinion, Wargaming really tried not to F up with these British medium tanks, to not make them look OP or anything. Yeah, I don't know how I hit this shot. I mean, I missed all of these shots, but I guess RNG, you know, paid me back. Um, but yeah, I think that the Wargaming did a really hard job not to make these tanks OP, and obviously they intentionally made them actually kind of weak. So I'm 100% sure that they will be buffed at some time, because like this, they are not really, they don't have any selling point whatsoever. Like, why would you ever grind Concept 5 if there's, you know, while there's Leo in the game? Leo is better in every possible way. I mean, Leo even has some armor, you know, so he can actually bounce a shot or two. And Concept 5 will just never bounce, you know. Although, you may wonder, why am I grinding Concept 5 then? Well, I'm a sucker for wheel things. And just a disclaimer, I don't like BBR. I don't have it in my garage. I never grind. I mean, I grinded it, but I didn't get to it. I got to the tier 9, but I never bought it. So I don't know. I don't like the EBR because it's toxic for the game, in my opinion. But I was playing Armored Warfare, and there is a tank, or was at least. It was called Dragoon 90, something like that. And it's like a wheeled TD which has 90 mil gun, and it was so good. I enjoyed playing with the tank. It was, I would compare it to old Hellcat, but on wheels, like much faster Hellcat. Like the tank was going like 70, 80, 90, something like that. It was crazy fast. But yeah, as you can see here, like look at me trying to turn, like it's like a bloody truck. Um, but yeah, what I'm trying to say is that currently there is no point in grinding these things, unfortunately. And yeah, I hope the Wargaming will buff them, because I mean, I'm sure they will buff them, but yeah, at which point in time, that's what I do not know. So while I was yapping here, we are actually losing. It's 9-5 for the enemy team, and we're actually trying to get somewhat of a decent game for us, because as this game stands currently, we have 1.2 thousand damage, which is not ideal. Here I'm thinking, I'm reconsidering, should I shoot this guy or not? And I decided that I want to shoot him. And I noticed that he has a terrible crew. So yeah, I could have actually shot him before when I spotted him, but yeah, I couldn't have known if he has good crew or not. Here we see Stackhound, one shot, I can't really shoot him, and now we are actually alone with 3 artists. And now what I'm gonna do is unpopular, but I would say popular decision. I will try to use my artists as meat shields, basically, so that I can try and get the best score that I can out of this game, because even though I was top tier, I really couldn't do much to like carry this game. And here I get a lucky fire. Actually not that lucky because A44 burns. And here we kill P43 luckily. And now I'm trying to like basically drill them down, try to kill them while they're coming at me. This was a bad shot. I should have gone for the cupola because the tank has a trollish armor there. And now this guy like shot me. Now I'm trying to. I know that I out DPM him because he has terrible DPM. Unluckily, I don't get the high roll. He misses me luckily, and now I'm just waiting for death to come. So what I'm thinking here is like I can't run. Um, here I see this guy coming in. I see IS. I don't know how he missed me here, but he did. Now I'm going back. Now I'm trying to dodge them all. I'm going in front, you know. I shoot this guy and I'm dead. But we did get a lot of damage out of this game, even though we had terrible teams. So yeah, I don't know. We got the best out of this situation, but basically this showed you that this tank can't really do much pressure because you're just not equipped to do that. So yeah, let's see what we did in the post-game stats. Unfortunately, a defeat, but we managed to get 3.1 thousand damage, 100 assistant damage, and 3 kills. First medal, high caliber. Like considering what kind of a team we had, we did an amazing job. We're top by the experience, top by the damage by a huge margin. And I think we did an amazing job in this game. We actually earned some huge amount of credits. So yeah, it was actually a nice game. Unfortunately, it was a defeat, but what can you do? Like nothing really. So yeah, let's move on to the last game. And here we are in our last game. And this time we're on Prokhorovka, which is kind of heaven for things like this, where you can like snipe like a god. Um, we are actually in a bad matchmaking, I would say. We're at bottom tier, we are in tier 9, and we are actually kind of in an unfavorable position, I would say, matchmaking wise, but luckily we have a good map. What we're gonna try to do on this map is, well, try to see what can we do. In this game, as we can see, we have 3 light tanks per team, although they have charge future, which can kind of act like lighting. And speaking of lightings and actually camo, this tank has amazing camo, I would say. You can get to like 39% of stationary camo with this tank, which is amazing. And I would say that this tank can be used as a spotter as well. Although I haven't really done that with this tank, but you can actually run spotting setup, so CVS, low noise exhaust, and optics. And on maps like these, you can actually be like a solid spotter. I personally haven't done that. Maybe I would, but I just don't want to like I don't have field mods, so I that would need to be my like only setup. So like full spotting setup, which I don't really want to because that's like the let's say how to say it that spotting setup is niche thing for maps like these. So while I was talking, we already lost our light tank and we lost Jack Panther. So what I know is that they have probably LC sitting somewhere along in these bushes. And here I'm trying to see if I can hit him on blind. And so far, nothing. My T-49 is in a disgusting position, I would say. I don't know why lights go into that position in that deep, because I just feel like it's a graveyard, honestly. So yeah, I don't really know why is he going there, especially with T-49, which is a huge light tank and not really that good at being a spotter. So yeah. So while my T-49 is playing with himself in the dip, our Batchet took one for the team, like big 600 hit, and ELC got spotted, which was amazing, because now we can actually try and kill him. I hit him, and unfortunately, he managed to run away. Yeah, I didn't have a shot on him. So what I'm trying to do now, ELC decided to run away, so that means that our T-49 can do a bit of pressure, which means that I can maybe go a bit closer up and try to support him when he spots something. Meanwhile, our Miel is also noticing that, and he is making pressure as well. He's going into that main. So yeah, anyway, sorry for this stutter, like my like replay crashed. So basically, Miel spotted Scorpion, and he's actually taking one for the team. And here I'm trying to hit his T-20, and I'm basically trying to support my T-49. Meanwhile, my VZ gets killed by that SU that got spotted. And now I'm thinking, should I go back or should I stay here? Now I'm thinking I must kill this ELC, because we need to take care of him. Luckily, Miel hits him. And now I know this T-43 on my side. And here I'm trying to hit him. It's kind of hard to like hit him because he's like wiggling. He's going like forwards, backwards. So that was kind of disgusting to hit him. As you can see, I have skill commander in this thing, if you haven't noticed before. And I absolutely love him, I must say. This is like the newest skill commander. Unfortunately, I missed 777 there. Currently, this game is looking kinda shitty because we're getting surrounded. And AMX is like spotting all of us, which is not ideal, especially with Key 91 being on the rails and farming our heavies. And here I'm deciding we must push this side, we must clear at least one side, because otherwise we are damned. So I'm trying to get up here so that maybe our T-49 will go in and spot that SU. But I kind of thought that he escaped, and just as I've gotten that thought, I saw him escaping. So here I'm just trying to hit him. I'm aiming my shot and I hit him. I'm trying to hit him again, but yeah, Miel finishes him off. That was amazing. So now what is left to do is to actually try and help out our heavies. So here I'm deciding to go back. Why so? Because majority of their enemy team is that in that corner, like over at the rails at K8. So as you can see, like right here. And from this position, I can try and farm them. I need to load gold because I don't have enough pen, and also it will help with the shell velocity. And penetrating M3Y is actually not that easy. I lose a lot of pen on the range, and that sucks obviously. Here I'm just going a bit closer so that I can have the enemies in my render range when Batcher spots them. As you can see, I hit KPZ. Now I'm aiming for T43. I hit him as well. And now I'm just pushing up a bit more because I can't really get spotted, and even if I do, I can just pull back, so it's no big deal. And here I'm just trying to shoot behind the bush so that I don't even get spotted for this. T43 is running away. Unfortunately, I don't pen him there. Here I'm looking at this guy. I have one more shell left. I And what I'm thinking is like, I don't really want to shoot him because he's not like 100% pen, and this guy is. And I give him one more. He takes a big chunk of damage. And here we're just pushing in. T-43 is basically one shot, not for me, but for my team. As we can see, he died. And now I spot this Char Futur. And as you can see, I pretty much use my mobility well in this game. I went to help my T-49. I pushed like forward. Then I went back, and now I'm pushing again to help my T-49. So mobility-wise, this tank is not bad. It can move, definitely. Here I'm trying to hit. Yeah, my shot just misses, but everyone else can hit. And here I'm just pushing in. As you can see, this tank is so light that even breaking the fence slows you down so damn much, which sucks, obviously. So, as you can see, Batcha didn't spot anyone up there, so here I'm just going in. I spot um, AMX, actually not spot him, but he spotted me. Now thinking, where is this guy? And he is here. K91 is there, I'll give him one. Now I have to aim carefully. I don't have that much pen for him. He has that trollish armor. Luckily, he hits only my wheel. So actually this was the second time my armor worked, my huge armor, or actually my wheels. And here, as you can see, I'm struggling with gun depression. By the way, this tank has 5 degrees of gun depression, which is in my opinion pathetic for this tank, because it should have more, but okay. Yeah, we're just trying to kill this guy. I'm trying to not take a shot, even though it doesn't really matter, but I'm trying to like basically outplay the guy, and this is pretty much it. So this was like this tank in a perfect environment. So let's see what we did in this game and which medals we got. And our Prokhorovka game, 3.3 thousand damage. We were actually an amazing sniper this game, so we did everything properly, I would say. We basically showed in this game what this tank is made to do. It was made to snipe and to provide support for anyone pushing in. So in this game we actually showed that we are top by the damage, top by the experience. Even though we are in tier 9 game, we managed to achieve a great result with this tank. We actually made some profit, although mission completion is responsible for this. But yeah, all in all, a very nice game. Some final thoughts about this tank. I would give this tank around 3.5 out of 5 stars, in my opinion. Why so? Because this tank can work. It can work as a spotter. As you can see, even without the crew, I have a pretty good, pretty good amount of camo. So this tank, all in all, is not a bad tank. I wouldn't call it bad. This tank I would call bad because honestly, I hated the gun handling. I don't know, this thing just felt so bad for me, but still I need to mark it at some point in time, so we will see. Maybe I'll change my opinion about it, but currently I don't feel too high with this thing. I think that Cromwell is like so superior to this. But yeah, this is not a video about Stackhound, and this is about FSV. So FSV is very good. I don't know. I actually like this thing. I enjoyed with it. It kinda made me think better of British medium wheel tanks. So yeah, I would say that you should try playing this thing. Um, but definitely, I heard a lot of bad stuff about Saladin, and I actually like this thing. So yeah, this thing is currently the best from all these three, but we will see about the tier 9 and tier 10. So yeah, this is actually my opinion about this thing. Like, I think it's a pretty good thing. It's fine. Nothing really bad about it. Although, one thing I forgot to say is that one big drawback of this tank and why it doesn't have more stars is the fact that you can't really make pressure with this thing. So even though when you're top tier or you're like in tier 6 matchmaking, you can't really make pressure because you just don't have like the the I don't know, like the package itself, it's not designed to do pressure, to make pressure. So your only option is to provide support for others, and that can suck in some games. So yeah, there's that. As always, if you enjoyed watching this video, please consider giving it a like. It will help me a ton, and I highly appreciate all the views and everything that you're giving me, because this is like a hobby of mine, and I would really like to provide the best content that I can for you guys. So anyways, stay tuned for new videos and see you in the next one.